Alright, today we've installed the LED lights. I'll post the link here in a moment. But there's 3 down the side below. There are 2 in each wheel well. And 3 underneath the back, or 2 underneath the back. So as you can tell here, where they've been installed, it's just a flat surface. The nut goes on the back side of it. I used the factory spots that they already had for the nuts because it gave a nice little hiding spot for it. Or in off-roading, you can tell here it's nice and smooth. This here is down the front side here. As you can tell, I've got the daytime running lights wired in on this here. I just used the front cross member here that's already there, and in that they already had 2 holes on the outer side that I just tapped into using the existing holes, and was able to use that little hole to get my fingers in to tighten the bolts. I did drill 1 additional spot dead center, but the top of this there is no cap on, so you can easily get to the inside. When I went to the front wheel well, there's again another factory flat spot that is already there. I again just drilled a hole. There's plenty of space on the back side. And on the front, same basic thing. There's another flat spot to put these in. Coming to the underside here, this is just right at the frame rail. This is a Rubicon, so I've got the rock guards on it, but you can do it without. I just went ahead and used the existing location right here and had a piece of metal that we ended up just basically making a bend on here. You can kind of tell the design that we did, and this gives it just far enough that the top of the light won't hit anything. Try and change it here a little bit, but there's plenty of space to get up on the back side, and then ran the wires down the length of the tube here. Again, using the factory hole that's already there with the bolt, just put that in. Again, kind of seeing that design on the bracket. On the rear one right here at the rear wheel, this is the original design that I was trying to make for the bracket. And it was more or less just a flat piece of metal that had a little bit of a bend on it. It worked really well for on the back zone. It will kind of prevent anything from coming up here. It kind of help protect the light a little bit. But on the front parts, it wasn't liking this, so I had to kind of come up with that little bit of a Z spot. This here also has a lot more distance right here to help protect the light from hitting. Whereas further up, there was a lot less space for the light to go, so I needed this drop down just to help a little bit. It is kind of nice because it does give it a little bit of light on the side rail here from the side. And this is looking up underneath the rear end of it. I wanted to put 3 lights back here, like the front had 3, but the location I was able to install in, it's kind of at this cross member right here. I'm trying to block this light a little bit. As you can see, it just kind of came across where it's at, underneath, right behind the spring. It was a good mounting spot. I had to drill a small hole for it to go in at. And there's the second one there. You can kind of see the location. So I'm going to block that light a little bit here. But you can kind of see the wire, and I use just the self-tapping screw to ground it out. And ran the wire. Now, I've gone over this switch. It's kind of like an S-Pod. I've went over in another video of how to make one. It was about $30 if I remember right. But when you turn the ignition on, you've got the bottom lights that tell you what it is. And we turn it on the switch pad. From here, this is going to send the power wire down into the actual engine bay, which I'll take you to. Once in the engine bay, again covered on my other video, this here's my relay block. You can see the wires are coming in from that switch where we just had. They power the relays. And down below this is an actual fuse that all these have a fuse to run through in addition. And from here the wire then goes out. I ran 1 set of wire straight down towards the passenger door, and ran the wire towards the rear of the vehicle, across the back, and back up. And then I ran a second one down here, which came to the lower front end down where you saw those other ones to power that way. That way it was kind of split in both directions.